Hello, Mark Crossfield here with another iron review. I've got in my hands today the very simple Titleist range of irons. So very simple Titleist range of irons. They always like to keep their product range nice and simple, easy for the consumer to understand. So we've got AP1, nice big head, going up to AP2, a bit more forgiveness but in a more player usable friendly head. Then we got the CB, Titleist CB forged iron, then going all the way up to the lovely muscle back MB Titleist iron. So what I'm going to do today, I'm just going to talk a little bit about each iron. I'm going to hit a couple of shots, just show you exactly what each iron does in the range. Like I say, there's only 4 irons, so it's quite simple to see what Titleist are trying to do with their irons. So let's start down at what I'd say the bottom, so the more user-friendly iron. This is the club handicap golfer's iron, if you like. So if we go AP1, that's the Titleist AP1 there. What we get is a very large head, medium to thick sole, quite a large top end on that one, so quite a large top line looking down on that. Bit of offset as well in the head. So you get all the user-friendly features that you want from the larger head, giving confidence. The offset, try and promote a bit more launch, stop the ball maybe drifting off to the right. Now the AP range, the AP1, this comes with a tungsten nickel insert at the bottom. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, just in a slight change of colour. Basically there's a tungsten nickel insert at the bottom. Helps get the weight in the right place. Very heel-toe weighted, the AP1, so it's going to be user-friendly for people not hitting the centre of the iron maybe every time. So let's give it a whack, see what it feels like. This is the Titleist AP1. Okay, I mean it does what it's meant to do. That flies off the face, that does shoot. Maybe not as powerful as something like your R9s or your Burner TaylorMades out there, but does feel nice off the face actually, that one. Let's give that another whack. You know, and that was slightly off the toe, but it's still moving, it's still flying. So AP1, definitely a very player-friendly iron, aimed at maybe the mass market. It's quite a big head. Titleist always make their heads look quite long, I think, in their players. And I don't think it is physically any longer than any others. It's just when you look down at it, always to me looks quite long. But as players or as handicap golfers irons go, this is not certainly ugly by any means. Let's give it one more wallop. It does feel nice off the face. There's a lot of offset in it, which helps get the ball launching for me. But AP1 feels nice. You get this kind of rubbery insert that Titleist are calling, which gives you a bit more feel, and it does. It gives the club quite a nice feel off the face, a softer feel almost. So let's go on up then to AP2, which is that one. So you go AP1, the most user-friendly, then you're knocking down to AP2. So AP2 has the same features as AP1. You get this tungsten nickel insert on the bottom. This one is forged. The AP2 is a forged iron where the AP1 isn't. So the AP2 is going to give you a little bit more feel off the face. Much thinner top line. You probably see that. It's a much thinner top line on this one to the AP1. Next to no offset, so a lot less offset than the AP1, which is what you'd come to expect from a better player's irons. I always compare these, I don't know if people remember, to the old Titleist DCI irons. This one reminds me of the AP2. I used to have a set of DCI. So you get the tungsten nickel bar all the way across the back on the AP2, so at the back and the bottom. Again, you get this rubbery insert feel in the back of the club. Now AP2, when you put it down behind the ball, does look quite compact. It looks nice. Let's just give it a wallop, see what it feels like. Yeah, it feels nice. To be honest with you, it feels quite similar to the AP1. And you come to expect that it would do. I mean, the forging obviously is the noticeable difference in the hit, so maybe not as springy off the face, but it does feel quite similar in its feeling off the face. Feels nice. I mean, there's no problem getting the AP2 up in the air, even though it's a better player's club with less offset. It certainly launches nicely, quite easily as well. Let's just give it one more hit. I do like the AP2s. What the AP2 does, it gives you a nice looking iron. It gives you good features for a better player, but it also gives you a good amount of help almost as well. It still does support you with a bit of kind of cavity muscle barring at the back. So and all that tungsten nickel weight at the bottom does help get the ball up in the air as well. Let's just give it one more wallop. Yeah, it feels nice. Totally get AP2. I think it's a great iron for golfers out there looking maybe to get their handicaps down. This, I know pros who use this club. I know 20 handicappers who use this club. It does cover a good wide range of players. It does a lot of things, AP2. I like AP2 a lot. So if we move on up then, we're going to go more towards the two-bladed irons. So we've got the CB, which is standing for cavity back more, and then you've got the MB, which is standing for muscle back, which you see is just a true blade. So CB is a muscle barred, slightly cavitied, bladed, forged iron from Titleist. Lovely thin top edge, thin sole, so not much sole on the bottom of that. It's going to make nice strikes out of the tough, out of tight turf, those kind of things. And again, next to no offset in that one as well. So let's give the Titleist CB a couple of hits. So everything you'd expect from a bladed iron. When you're looking down at it, it's small, it's a sliver of an iron. It looks, you have to be hitting the iron or hitting your shots relatively out the middle to get the most out of these. Let's give it a wallop. Yeah, that feels nice. Feels really nice. So that's the CB. What I'm going to do, this is my fitting iron. I'm just going to have to tighten that one up a little bit. So you can see on all of these irons, I'm showing you, ignore the hosel. This is our fitting iron, so this unscrews to allow us to put different shafts and what have you on it. So your normal iron, if you were to go for a set of these, would come with the normal black, much more cosmetically pleasing hosel. Let's give this one more hit. So this is again the Titleist CB. Looks lovely to look down at. That did feel nice off the face, even with a slightly spinning head on it. Yeah, that feels really nice. Really good. So that's the Titleist CB. Feels good, looks great. It's certainly it's got a difficult marketplace in there with companies maybe like Mizuno producing really nice bladed irons, but Titleist CB does feel nice, looks great, lovely shape as you look down at it. It's a true classic blade. So let's go all the way then. Titleist MB forged. Now I don't know, but for me, Titleist MB forged is arguably one of the nicest looking blades on the market. It's just so classic looking. Again, you get sliver of a bottom eye line on that, so small, very slim top line, true blade. You can see on the back there's absolutely no help on that, just a bit of muscle barring across the top. This is a forged iron, it's got no inserts or anything happening, it's just a bit of metal that you've got to strike the ball well with if you want to get the best results out of it. Again, when you put it down by the ball, it looks great, really looks like a nice classic bladed iron. Let's give it a wallop, see what it feels like. That just feels lovely. If you hit that in the middle, which I did, it just feels gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Let's give that another hit. Very soft, obviously from the forging off the face. Again, looking down at it, for me, someone who likes a bladed iron, just inspires confidence for me. Well, obviously lots of golfers, I think, would do the opposite because it looks so small. Let's just give it another hit. Yeah, it just feels lovely. So Titleist MB, definitely classic looking iron, feels great, the forging in it feels nice and soft. Obviously there's not much really in design in this one, muscle barring at the back, slim lines, it's built for people who know what they're doing, low handicappers, tour pros, that kind of thing. So Titleist MB muscle bar, really nice. So Titleist range looking competent as ever. For me, I think my favourite is AP2. I love the crossover on AP2. I love the fact that the guys I'm teaching, people I'm seeing day in, day out, can consider hitting a similar iron to maybe what their club pros using, or even some of the guys on telly. I really like that. So definitely AP2 for someone who's looking at improving their game is going to help you do that. Improve your ball striking, give you much more of a classic appearance look. So great looking irons from Titleist as always. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you need any help, just drop a comment or email me, and I'll always try and do a video to help you out with any of your questions. So thanks for watching.